What's up, YouTube? It's me again, Jay Evans, your host. Alright, yeah, that's just my nose. Anywho, excuse me. Oh, sorry about that. Sorry. Anywho, hypermasculinity in the black community is a big goddamn problem. Hypermasculinity is a big goddamn problem. What do women look for in men? Women look for a masculine, balanced man. In the black community, there is no such thing. Well, there are few examples, but that's not what's popular right now. That's not what's popularized on television. It's not cool. It's lame to be a balanced individual with self-respect and you respect women. A lot of women don't, let's be real, a lot of women don't find that shit. It's not sexy. It don't turn them on. Which is why the hood dude who comes in, he's like the poster child for sexual attraction right now within the black community. Where was I going with this? Hypermasculinity. So hypermasculinity is, in most cases, I'm sorry, I gotta turn that off, is the only example and the preferred example of what masculinity is amongst black women. This is what they prefer. This is what they like. That hood dude, that street smart dude, the dude who go out and get it, off of the street. And that's what women like. By and large, I'm talking about overall. I'm not talking about exceptions to the rule. Good girls. You got good girls that don't mess with like hood dudes, but why is this a problem? I was talking to a passenger recently, and he had said something like to the effect like he's 50 something now. The mother, his child is what, in her 30s? No, I'm sorry, 40. She 40 something and he's like 50 something. So he's like at least 10 years older than her, right? So he said something like, back in the day when he used to put his hands on her, not like beat her, but he used to like, get in her face and shake her up and put the fear of the Lord in her, right? She would stay with him. Like, she loved that shit. And he said that, right? She loved that shit. She loved that drama. This is what black women see on television. This is what black boys see on television. They don't have no fathers in their lives, so this is what they reenact. They reenact this cycle of, this is like a parasite. It's a the black community at this point is like a parasitic animal that eats. Not only does it eat its host, but it'll eat itself after. That's what this whole culture is, man. But now that he's gotten older and he's calmed down due to health-related issues, she's showing less interest in him, basically. Her eyes are wandering a lot more because there's a saying, how you get them is how you keep them. If she was used to seeing you as a hood dude always up in her face, and I had another passenger like that, older lady, her man was like, oh, don't you ever, I'm sorry, brother, I'm sorry, I don't mean to offend you, I don't mean to yell at you, but, come off the bus, let me talk to you. Then he starts screaming at his woman, don't you ever go to no man's house and talk about you going to have a drink. Let me tell you something. I honestly don't know at this point how to go about even helping or talking to some of these younger black men. We talk about it starts with the men, but I mean, it's not much you can do when you could talk to these men all day. If this is what these little girls like, you could talk to these men. I'm not gonna sit up here and act like you can't talk to these little boys. You definitely can. Some of them are way too far gone. They are way too, they young. They got all that testosterone up in them. They ain't trying to hear nothing. Like NBA YoungBoy. He ain't trying to hear shit from Floyd Mayweather. He took what Floyd Mayweather said and spun it on his head and said, he attacked Floyd Mayweather first. And Floyd Mayweather, he came back saying that's a child. A lot of these young black men, it's just a sad state, man. It's a sad state, man. Sad. I don't even know where to begin, man. I want to see a change in my lifetime in the black community, but I don't see it happening, man. I really don't. I wanted to see a change before I died. I don't know what to do. I don't know where to start. I don't know. You could talk to these younger black boys about being responsible and getting their shit together, but you always got those men in the neighborhood that they look up to, and those images on television, they're powerful, man. It's a sad state of affairs. Had a young boy get shot the other day. Excuse me, I'm gonna turn on the car. Hold up. Young black boy, 15 years old, got shot the other day, minding his business. He didn't even deserve to die, man. It was his time to go, but 15 years old, he didn't even live life. I'm 27. I haven't even lived life. But that's crazy. That shit is crazy, man. I turn on the news and I get sad, man. I was listening to 2 seconds of that video and I had to shut it off, man. It was depressing. It's depressing. The black community at this point it's a shame. Like, you can't tell people about their kids. You can't tell people about their children, man. Floyd Mayweather says something. It's about how you raise them. YB's mother came on what's that social media, TikTok. He went on TikTok complaining. No, I'm sorry. She went on saying, "Oh, don't you ever fix your lips and talk about my kids and blah 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 blah." Basic hood rat stuff, man. Basic hood rat stuff. All he's saying is how you raise them. I know, and from what I'm seeing, she didn't even raise him. He was raised by his grandmother. So of course he was. So you got a mama that don't care. From what I'm hearing, I don't know if this is true. You got a mama that don't care. You got a little boy that's trying to run the streets. Sad, man. Sad, man. People could come into the black neighborhoods and do whatever they want to do, man. It's just sad. It's sad. And they're going to justify killing innocent black folks. They're going to always justify killing innocent black folks that have nothing to do with nothing, based upon black on black crime in black neighborhoods. I know in my last video I said something about black lives don't matter, and that's true. They don't. They don't matter to us, and they damn sure aren't going to matter to other people, because the scapegoat excuse is always going to be, well, look at what y'all doing in your communities. It doesn't have to be all of us do committing crime, but they can justify killing us by saying, well, look at your communities. Man, I don't know, man. I'm not ashamed to be black, but goddamn, boy. Some days I'm just like, dear God, I gotta shut off the news. I can't. It's hard, man. I see these little girls, man. They like 13, 14, twerking for other little boys, and it's like, these little boys ain't thinking like how you think it, sweetheart. And it's hard. Like, you can't talk to the girls, you can't talk to the boys. They think they know everything, man. I was at that age where I thought I knew everything. It sucks, man. It sucks. It's somebody. I don't know where to start. I don't know what to do. I'm perplexed, man. I'm done. It's hard, man. This is why you got little girls having sex with grown men. They ain't got no attention from no man in their life. Obviously, they gonna look for grown ass man. I don't know. I really don't know, man. Do they know what they're doing? Yes, they know they're having sex with an older man. Should they be blamed? I think they should. Obviously, it's the man's fault. It's the man's fault. If you're 30, you shouldn't be having sex with no underage girl. But who's taught, like, these girls? These girls are 16. Let's not pretend like we don't. Why is this? There's like, obviously she shouldn't take the full blame. She's 16 years old. She looking for attention. She looking for masculine energy that she don't get in her home. But fucking an old man, is that not common knowledge that that's wrong? Fucking a 16-year-old is definitely wrong at 30 years old. Fucking a 15-year-old at 30 years old is definitely wrong. I'm not saying it's not wrong. I gotta listen. Don't. This is the problem. You can't speak truth no more. That's like when Jeffrey Epstein was fucking 15 and 16-year-old olds. He was wrong. He was definitely wrong, but he's paying them money, and they kept coming back. I say that he was paying them money, and they kept coming back. And it's like, you can't speak the truth anymore without people. Oh, you probably a predator. You probably a predator. You probably have sex with them little girls. No, I'm just telling y'all how it is, man. It's victimhood, man. Victimhood. Victimhood is a motherfucker, man. There's too many issues going on in the black community. There's a lot of issues going on in the world, but in lower income neighborhoods, it's terrible. It's terrible, and it's gonna get worse. I'm in Brooklyn right now, man. Man, oh man, oh my God. All this bullshit you got going on, you would think motherfuckers would just be like, yo, let's cool the fuck out, let's chill, let's unite, let's unify, let's do something. Nope. Not at all, man. Not at all. Not at all. Not at all. Not at all. It's a depressing sight, man. Depressing sight. Depressing. Depressing ain't the word, man. It's just sad, man. Beyond sad. It's crazy. I can't make this shit up. I can't make it up, man. I lose faith. Oh my God. Oh God, hypermasculinity though, it's dangerous, man. I got my point across with that hypermasculinity, and then I just went off on a tangent, man. Thank you for listening, guys. It sucks, but all right.